Hi ladies, Tony Moore here with some training and education on time management. So get a notepad and a pen ready because you're going to want to take some notes and you will be required to do a little bit of math with this one. So what is the biggest thing that hangs over our head all the time? Well, it's time. We don't have enough time. We're so busy. We have this going on. We have that going on. As a new consultant, you may feel like, I just don't know when I'm going to work my Mary Kay business. And you have really big goals and aspirations, and you're super excited to make these things happen. But all of the things that you're going to need to do to reach those goals and dreams most likely is going to require a little bit of time. So we're going to do what I call a time study, and then you're also going to fill in and complete a weekly accomplishment sheet with this time study. And then I'm going to give you a few tips on how to save time and make life a little bit easier as a beauty consultant. So first things first, on your piece of paper, I want you to write 168. The number 168. That is the number of hours we all have in a week. Nobody has any more or any less. We all have 168 hours in which to play with, in which to live life with in a week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to identify some categories. And with each category, you're going to think about the time, the number of hours it takes you in a week span. So we'll go take it daily and then of course multiply it by 7 so that you can get a week and a weekly time amount. And we're going to deduct it from that 168. And at the end, you're going to see how many hours you realistically have left to work your Mary Kay business. So the first thing we want you to deduct from the 168 hours is pretty obvious. Sleep. How many hours of sleep do you require each night? And everybody's different. Some people require 6 hours, some people require 9 hours. Myself, I am 8 hours and 15 minutes. I know it sounds ridiculous, but yes, 8 hours and 15 minutes. And one way you can find out how much sleep you really require, because even though they say, you should drink 8 glasses of water a day and get 8 hours of sleep, that's just a nice round number that they threw out there because it sounded great. Not on the water. Everybody needs that much water and probably more. But anyway, for your hours of sleep, what you want to do is when you're naturally tired, okay, go to bed. And then on a day when you don't have to wake up to an alarm, see how long you sleep and when you wake up and you feel rested. Now, that may be a one-time thing, so do this a few times to see what the average amount of sleep is. So for me, if I go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, I will normally wake up at around 6:15 in the morning. That's 8 hours and 15 minutes. Seriously, that's when I'm naturally awake and feel rested. So how much sleep do you require, or how much sleep do you get normally? Now, maybe your schedule does not allow you to get more than 6 or 7 hours, but whatever that is, you're going to multiply that by 7, and then you're going to write that number down, and you're going to deduct it from the 168, okay? Now you're going to have a new number, right? So the next area of your life that I want you to explore is your JOB. If you have a JOB, of course, we say Journey of the Broke, because there's always more month than money, right? But your JOB, or your work, or something that you're committed to doing daily that requires you to get up, get dressed, and get out of the house, okay? So whatever that might be for you. For some of you, it might be taking care of a child or a grandchild or volunteering or whatever, but whatever it is that you are committed to doing daily every week. And so I want you to calculate into this time frame, into this number, if you will, what it takes for you to get up and going in the morning. So if you know that to put your face on is an hour, then that's got to go in that section. And you know that you have a commute to get to wherever it is you need to go for this commitment, then that goes in that section as well. So you have to pad in. And I want you to be realistic about these hours. In fact, I want you to err maybe on the greater side than the lesser side, just so that you're not going to sell yourself short at the end of the time study and think you have more time than you do. So The next thing you're going to do with these areas, if you will, is you're going to color code them on a sheet. So this is a weekly plan sheet. You can actually find it on the Mary Kay In Touch website. That's www.marykayintouch.com. Go ahead and type in the words weekly plan sheet in the search engine that is located in the upper right corner of the home page. It's got a little magnified glass. It's a search engine, and it should pop up for you. Go ahead and click on it and print one of these, because this is actually part of the exercise. So what you're going to do is you're going to get highlighters or markers, and each one of the colors that I'm going to mention will represent these different areas of your life. So this JOB that you have, you could color code that by outlining the blocks on this sheet in just a dark black Sharpie or something so that it's identifiable, okay? And there's a reason for that. So the next area, which is the work area, I like to use an orange highlighter for that. So let's go ahead and move to the next segment, which is personal time. So personal time is any time that you spend on you to get your hair done, your nails done, a massage, yoga, exercise, whatever time you spend on you. That's purple time, okay? And if you know, okay, well, I have my nails and I like to get my mani-pedi every other week or whatever, then you're going to know, you know how long it takes, okay? Everybody knows how long it takes to get these things done. So you're going to, it might not be a weekly thing, but what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to count it as weekly so that it is a bonus time for you. So that's that little extra wiggle time that you have, wiggle room that you think you don't have, but you really do because you don't get your nails done every week. That makes sense. So the next area I want you to look at in your life is your spiritual time. And this is the time that you go to worship, that you have Bible study, that you have your quiet time even. And there's another video about that you'll be watching. So I want you to think about those time frames that you have. If you have a Wednesday night Bible study that you go to regularly or fairly regularly, if you have worship service that you go to every Sunday, I want you to add those hours up and then, of course, deduct those. So each time you're going to be deducting these numbers from that original 168. And that's blue. Spiritual time is blue time. So if I didn't say so, personal time is purple or lavender, and then spiritual time is blue time. So the next the next area of time that I want you to look at is family time. And family time includes any and all family activities. So activities that you are involved with the family, if you have a family game night, or if you have date night with your spouse, or if your children, grandchildren, family members have some type of activity that they are involved in that you are personally committed to being at. So if it's softball or soccer or karate or whatever it is, you need to put those hours together. And again, I want you to also make sure you throw in the time that it might take to get to those locations. My daughter played competitive softball, and every other weekend she had a tournament. And the tournaments that she had normally required us to drive about an hour and a half in each direction. So I want you to make sure that you put the commute time down, because that is time spent, right? And so I like to do family activity in yellow, mellow yellow, family time, okay? The next area that you're going to look at is Mary Kay money-making time, the time that you are working your Mary Kay business, committed to working your Mary Kay business that you know of. And this is your green time, okay? Money time. It's for appointments, it's for follow-up, it's for deliveries. You may not know what this time is right away, so I would actually do this one last, because this is going to be the time that you have left over But if you know for a fact, you know what, I know I have Wednesdays between 2 and 4 to work my Mary Kay business, then you can go ahead and put that on there already. But typically speaking, this time and the following time that I'm going to go over might be the time that you're going to fill in at the end, because you have to see, right, what you're left over with. So the last time, so again, that's green. The last time area that we're going to look at is Mary Kay education time, or what we call pink bubble time. And this is the time that you are physically at success events. If you don't know what a success event is, that is a weekly or bi-weekly or even monthly in some areas meeting that you are committed to attending to get more education and more training in a live setting. So the beauty of Mary Kay and the beauty of this unit is that we are very global and we do a lot of virtual training. So even the time that you might spend to be on a webinar or watch a YouTube video or check out our Facebook Live, that is considered pink bubble time, okay? And normally you might know when this is, especially if it's a set success event each week. You know that it's Monday nights at 7 o'clock or what have you. That is when you'll know, and that's what you're going to outline in pink. So Mary Kay money making appointments, I'm going to back up for 1 second, by the way, are when you're actually putting the product on people's faces in making a sale. So a party or a facial or a consultation, if you will, if someone calls you and is asking for information about products or whatever. Delivering products is also money making time. The pink time can also be money making time, because if you bring a guest to a success event that makeovers are taking place at, then you could also make money that way because you're introducing people to the product. So as you go down and you get to the end of this thing, you're going to notice that you have some hours left over. Probably more than you think. Now, some of the things, and you might want to add a miscellaneous time, and you can color code whatever, however, it's fine by me. But the miscellaneous time, if you have a favorite show that you like to watch, or if you do something that's not in one of these categories. I think I've covered most all of it, but you never know. Make sure you add that in so that you can get a realistic number of how many hours you actually have in a week. Well, I will tell you, most women, after they do this time study, find that they have anywhere between 20 and 30 hours that are unaccounted for. So the question I'm going to ask you, and that you will ask yourself, is, what am I doing with those 20 to 30 hours? Why do I feel so busy? Why do I feel so crazy? Why do I feel like, I can't get a handle on this time thing? Well, one of the things is organization, because that is a time saver. And I'm going to go into some time savers, things that make life a little bit easier. Now, I enjoy organization as much as the next person, but I will be completely transparent with you. I'm not a super organized person. I'm just not. But I have learned to organize in areas of my life where it's going to serve me the best. And when it comes to running a household or running a business from your household, I've learned some tips and tricks along the way. So, of course, one of them is doing this little timesheet. And you'll be asked to complete this and turn this in to your sales director as soon as possible, because then she can help you. If I'm your director, then I can help you figure out where those pockets of time might be that you can work your Mary Kay business, and given whatever time it is, how that might be able to happen or what that might be able to look like for you. Now, remember at the beginning, I kind of mentioned to outline the JOB in the black and kind of leave it open. Well, that's because you can actually multitask a little bit here. There's that word, and I really don't like that word. It's a dangerous, dangerous word. But when you're at your JOB, I want you to think about who you are working with. Well, most everybody has skin, right? Yeah. It's potential sale time for you. It's potential networking time for you. So that's kind of an open thing. I mean, yes, you could make phone calls on your commute. I guess it depends on what kind of commute you have. If you ride a train, that's perfectly fine. If you're driving, I don't know about that. That might not be the best idea. But you can always sprinkle Mary Kay into your life. Now, the other activities in your life, I'm going to encourage you when you're at church, be at church, please. When you're at your child's piano recital, soccer game, softball tournament, or on date night with your spouse, please be in the moment. Please don't sprinkle Mary Kay into these times. And that's kind of why I wanted those to be dedicated times for you and why I left the JOB open. Unless your JOB requires you to be on task 8 hours a day, all day, most of us have 15-minute breaks or a half an hour lunch or whatever. And I think that's perfectly acceptable to kind of weave and sprinkle Mary Kay into those time frames. It's not really detracting from anything. But when you're with your family and when you're enjoying them, you really need to be in the moment with them. You need to focus on them because they should be the why behind your having a Mary Kay business. And we want to make sure that you keep that in its perspective. So here's some time savers that I have discovered. Plan your wardrobe for the week. Plan your wardrobe out for the week. If you wear a uniform for your JOB, you are in the best spot ever. I know. I wore a uniform for many, many, many years, and man, life was easy when you wore the uniform. All you needed to figure out was what you wore underneath it. Make sure that was clean. So I loved that. But if you have to dress for your JOB, if you have to dress for work, why not lay out your clothes ahead of time? We can all look on our little weather app and see what the weather is going to be like, unless you're living in Texas and it tends to change its mind by the minute. But you can look and see, oh, it's going to rain, oh, it's going to be cold, oh, whatever, and you can plan your wardrobe accordingly. And what I would do is I would map them out, put them on hangers with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so on and so forth. Also, find a go-to look. I want you to find a look and master this look. Okay, I enjoy makeup artistry. I'm actually pretty decent at it, but I will tell you one thing. Again, I'm completely transparent. I don't enjoy putting makeup on myself. I really don't. And it takes me some time to do it, but I have found a look that makes me happy, that I feel very pretty in and very comfortable in, that I have mastered. And it literally takes me 5 minutes to put this look on my face. I mean, wash my face, put this look on, okay, maybe 10 minutes if I'm really like taking my time, okay? 10 minutes for a fabulous look. And a look doesn't have to be 16 eyeshadows, full lip liner, lipstick, lip gloss, contouring, highlighter, cheek color. No, okay. And if that's your look, that's great. And if you can master it in a very small or minimal amount of time, then that is even better. But for most people, it's going to be a little bit of eyeliner, some mascara, of course your foundation, foundation, a little bit of cheek color, and some lip gloss. That's a beautiful, natural, get you out the door look, okay? The other thing you're going to want to find is the go-to outfit. The go-to outfit. This is the outfit that if you were to wake up 20 minutes late to go to your JOB and hadn't put your clothes out ahead of time, and that's the other thing, see, how many of us waste time trying to figure out what to wear in the morning? Oh, I don't feel like that. Oh, I don't know. Oh, blah, blah, blah. The go-to outfit. If someone were to call you at the last minute and go, hey, I know this is super last minute, but I've got some girls over here and would you come over and do a party for us? They would just love to try some Mary Kay. They're only in town for the weekend. That has happened. I'm not kidding you. So the go-to outfit, the outfit that you throw together and you look and feel fabulous in it no matter what. Like I'll tell you, this sweater, this is part of my winter go-to outfit. Every time I wear this sweater, I get a ton of compliments on it. It's very comfortable for me. It stores well, washes well, whatever, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go out the door, okay? The other way you can have a go-to outfit, especially for parties is to earn your beauty coat. Earn or purchase your beauty coat. In my unit, you can actually earn a beauty coat, and you can find out about that in another video. But that go-to outfit, that go-to look that you can be put together literally in 30 minutes or less and out the door ready to go. The other thing that I find very helpful is to always clean up and reset your starter kit bag. Whatever bag you use to take to your parties, for most of you it'll be a starter kit bag, maybe another tote bag on the side, but always reset that thing and have it ready to go. So some of you know I'm a licensed esthetician, and I do run a little private spa, my own little private spa that only I work out of, mind you. But every time I have an appointment in the spa, as I was trained, I reset the spa. So as any spa, we have a spa bed which has beautiful linens on it and all of that. So when my client leaves, the temptation, of course, is to be like, let me just do nothing. Let me sit back and relax and count my money, right? No. I reset the spa. I wipe the spa down. I change the linens out. I set everything back the way it was. I also do beauty parties in the spa as well from time to time, and I will do the same thing. The spa normally stays pretty with a table and a nice vase with some flowers on it, but when I have a party, I have all my trays and mirrors and I have everything out. And when I'm done with a party, sometimes I don't finish with a party until 9 or 10 at night, just depends. And you're tired and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this, right? Well, I have developed the habit of resetting it every time. And I am so grateful that I do that, because inevitably I will get a call at the last minute, or someone will pop in and they'll want to see the spa. They'll want a treatment, or they'll want some Mary Kay or whatever. And that way my spa is always really pretty. It's always looking fabulous. So for your business, for your Mary Kay business, when you finish a party, and again, complete transparency here, my bag packs a certain way, and you'll learn how to pack your bag. I do have some tips for that as well, but you'll learn how to pack your bag the way you like it. And when you're finished, the bag does not go back the same way. I'm gonna be so honest right here. It doesn't go back the same way. You are trying to get out of there. You're just trying to get out of there. You've been there 2 hours or so. The hostess is great and her people are great, but you need to get home to your kids and your hubby or whatever. You've got a dog that you got to let out of the house or whatever, okay? So things tend to get kind of back in the bag. That's just how it is. Don't feel guilty about that. Please do not obsess over getting that bag back the way it was when you first arrived. But when you get home and when you have a moment, and I mean sooner than later moment, train yourself to reset that bag. Wipe your mirrors with Windex. Make sure the supplies are where they need to be, that you have enough profile cards, that you have enough tray inserts, that you have enough product. I've opened my bag at a party and discovered I had no inserts, the little plastic things that go in our mirrors. I had no inserts. So you know what? You learn to pivot and improvise, but go ahead and prevent that from happening by checking your bag and making sure that you have everything you need, that it is ready to go, so that when you have that phone call or that text from someone who you've been trying to book with, and she's just that lady that doesn't get back to anybody in a timely manner, and she happens to go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I forgot, but can you come tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.? And it's 7 p.m. on a Friday night, and you just finished watching a movie with your hubby, and you're like, well, the last thing you want to do is cut into that personal time with your family. So if you're prepared to go, no problem. You'll wake up in the morning. Maybe you might have to shift something if you have something else there, or maybe not. Maybe this is the call you've been waiting for because she's so flaky, but you are ready to go. The other thing that does for you, it saves you time, it saves you stress, but it gives you confidence to book that party, that appointment for whenever, however, with whoever, because you are ready to go. So the assignment I gave you is to complete the weekly plan sheet using the color codes. If you need to watch the video again, go ahead and watch it again and get that assignment done and turned into either myself or your sales director. Have a blessed day and happy selling with Mary Kay.